I want you to imagine just for a second a Red Bull in 2024 without Christian Horner. Bonkers, right? I can't even do it. I can barely conceive of such a thing. So deeply ingrained is Christian Horner as a team principal into Red Bull as an entity. He is them and they are him. Christian Horner has been team principal of Red Bull since 2005. That's the beginning. That's when they bought out Jaguar in the first instance. To imagine Red Bull without Christian Horner. So Black Swan, I can barely conceive of it. It's never happened. This is something completely different, and there will be downside ramifications if that's the road that we're going down. I'm talking operationally. I'm talking as far as the leadership vacuum. I'm talking as far as the working culture. I'm talking as far as results and the probability that Max Verstappen becomes a 4-time world champion in 2024. These are the ramifications. These are the potential consequences if these allegations are true, and Salzburg, as it sounds, are keen to pursue and ram home this power struggle. The rumour mill, and again, let me preface at the outset, this is all rumour and this is all conjecture and speculation. There is not an insider in this room, but the rumour mill is very clear that there is a power struggle ongoing between Austria and Milton Keynes. Austria being Red Bull HQ, the likes of Oliver Mintzlaff, Dietrich Mateschitz's son. Those guys. UK being Milton Keynes and Christian Horner. Make of that what you will. However, these allegations I am hearing, the source of them is not dirty pictures or anything that insidious. Apparently, and again, this is allegedly, it is all about Christian Horner's overly aggressive management style. If that's true, guys, it feels like a bit of a reach, doesn't it? And again, speculation, conjecture, preface everything I'm about to say with this. But do you do an independent investigation led by a very expensive barrister if it's just managerial style? Something isn't working out here. The math, ladies and gents, isn't mathing. Oh, and let me give you this as well. You guys will remember Brazil last year. Christian Horner jet-setted straight from Brazil to Thailand to go and meet with the Avida family, the 51% co-owners of Red Bull. The urgency of the meeting at the time, it was thought it centered around Sergio Checo Perez and his underperformance. Who was going to replace him in 2024? Was the juice worth the Checo Perez squeeze? We all thought that and bought into that at face value because that was what they told us. That was the rumour. Apparently, though, these allegations, the inceptions of them was since then. That was why, I'm told, per the rumour, that was why Christian Horner flew so quickly, so urgently to go and talk to the Avida family. It was around the allegations. It wasn't around the Checo Perez circumstance, which is interesting, right? The timelines don't match up. So why then? Question. A rhetorical one. Why then are these allegations being made public now when there is a historic element to them? We're not hearing about these allegations in real time, allegedly. So why now? What's going on? Oh, and by the way, a Dutch paper leaked this. The journalist who penned the story, apparently very close to the Verstappen family. Why? What is going on? I don't understand, but it smacks of power struggle. Is Christian Horner being set up here? I don't know. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat massively here, but I'm trying to connect the dots in real time. This is all rumour. This is all speculation, but I'm keen to understand it because the wider ramifications for 2024 are humongous, consequential for Red Bull and the other 9 teams on the grid. You imagine being Toto Wolff coming into 2024 and the proposition of not having to deal with your nemesis Christian Horner at your rival team. That is your Christmas and your birthdays all come at once. I would argue that F1 without Christian Horner is not as blockbuster as with. I will miss that chap if he's no longer there in 2024. We will miss him. F1 will miss him. The sound bites, the cheeky chappy approach. He is a reason to watch F1. Netflix Drive to Survive is coming out soon. Those producers will be quivering. What? No Gunter Steiner and no Christian Horner for this year. Is it even worth renewing the contract? Those other bods can't hold a Netflix Drive to Survive series. What Toto and James Vowles, as brilliant as they both are, it's not the same, is it? Nobody's tuning in to watch James Vowles' tidbits and his intellectual acumen. Is brilliant. There is a time and place for it, but Netflix's Drive to Survive is not that. However, I say all that to say this, I feel like the greater portion of the whole, we don't know when it comes to these allegations. Politics, conspiracy theory, power struggle, Austria versus the UK. There is all of this that needs to be unwound, and I want to pull at the threads, but sadly, as at now, February 2024, we just don't have the information.